karma simply means action. Action has got three forms. One is the latent action, that which is going to become an action, and action itself, and then impression of the action. It is the desire to act itself is a karma, means the seed of action. Seed of action is the latent karma. Action is when the seed has sprouted, become a tree. And the tree again becoming another seed is the impression of action. Because impression of action gives rise to more action. So karma simply means the strongest impression in the mind and the action that it has propelled and the impression it is going to produce on the mind in the future. So the whole universe is full of karma, means every cell of the body and every particle of this universe is filled with action. Means there is dynamism virtually everywhere. There is dynamism virtually everywhere. Every particle in this creation is full of dynamism. And so this universe is filled with karma. So when we normally speak in the language, I want to get rid of karma, we simply mean we want to get rid of the impression. Certain impressions we would like to have, certain we don't want to have. That is what is good karma and bad karma. The negative impressions are those which cause us pain and suffering. The positive impressions are those which gives you happiness and joy in life. So good karma means you have lots of good impressions in your consciousness. Because that only gives rise to that type of fruit in your life. A lot of bad karma means lot of negative impressions in the mind, the consciousness. And how do you get rid of the negative impressions? By relaxing, by meditating, by doing pranayama, breathing techniques. All this would help to erase the negative impressions. But will it also erase the positive impressions? No. The positive impressions remain because it is in your very nature. See, when you are absolutely relaxed, you will have your positive qualities. But what you will not have when you are absolutely relaxed, when you are in yourself? The negative emotions you will not have. Negative impressions does not remain there. Right? But the attachment to a positive impression is also have to be gotten rid of. Because that also limits you. Nirvana is not just getting rid of negative emotions, it is also freeing yourself from the positive impressions as well. See, when we attach ourselves to the positive emotions, the positive impressions, then we limit our existence. Then what we are doing, when you think you are too good, you always find someone not so good and bad. So automatically this positive thinking of yours attracts some negative impressions from outside. Do you see what I'm saying? So, there is this saying that it's not just positive karma, negative karma, but also positive karma you have to get rid of. So how you do that? First, to get rid of the negative, you put the positive. There is an example that's usually given, has been given from thousands of years, is of alum. When you want to purify water, what do you put? You put some alums in it. The alum first cleans all other impurities and dissolves itself. Doesn't remain in it. Alum also. It evaporates. So similarly, positive impressions or karma is essential to get rid of negative karma, but then you are getting out of the positive also. I would give you an example of soap. When the cloth is dirty or your body is dirty, what do? You put on the soap. But you will have to wash away the soap also. Otherwise the soap itself will become dirt. You can't say, I paid so much money and I bought the soap, why should I wash it away? I paid so much money and bought shampoo, I would like to keep the shampoo on my head. No. Purpose of shampoo is to remove the dirt, and the shampoo is also gone. Right? So, nirvana is when you are not attached to the positive impressions, emotions, actions as well. But that is the second step. First step is we need to have positive. If someone argues, when you have to anyway wash the soap away, why do you have to put it in the first place? You have to get rid of the shampoo, then why do you put it? It's no logic. Correct? So, sat karma or positive karma is essential so that negative karma gets washed away. Right? So, karma is what? Latent impression in the consciousness which propels you to do an action. And present action in turn creates impression in the consciousness which propels you to do again another action. So the impression of action and its impact is all called karma. Got it? And this whole universe is full of impressions. And the skill is to live in karma yet not to be affected by it. This is what is yoga. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says it in a beautiful manner. One who sees action in inaction and inaction in action is the most intelligent of all men. All men, women both. Means what? You see, there is so much activity in the depth of every action. There is some silence, there is inactivity, there is that stillness in all activity. Recognizing the stillness, and stillness is our self. It is a witness to all the action. And in our self is all this activity. The whole universe is present in consciousness. So action in inaction is seeing the consciousness in the active universe and seeing the universe in the vast consciousness. This recognition is called freedom. Freedom doesn't mean stopping action. It's doing action yet being a witness to it. Another example for this would be a baby taken to a pediatrician, and the pediatrician gives a prick a vaccination to the baby and the baby starts crying. Even before giving the vaccination or the injection, the moment the pediatrician takes the syringe, the baby started having the pain and started crying. On the other side, a mature person going to a doctor, smiling, laughing, and asks the doctor to give me a prick, it's better. I don't want to gulp the tablet, give me an injection. So even injection is being given, he's just smiling and talking. Not that he's not having pain, the pain is there, but it is next to nothing. Yeah? That same way, we have to keep acting, yet not get attached to the action. See, in our day-to-day life, there are many actions which doesn't give us impressions. Like every day you brush your teeth, you have your tea, you eat your food, but those things doesn't become a big impression. Huh? Every day you have breakfast. You don't take the same breakfast. You take different things on different days. But if you are used to caffeine, and if you don't have caffeine one day, it causes you headache. That is a karma. That is coffee karma. They are used to having tea every day 6 o'clock. You don't have tea, and it causes problem for you, headache for you. Then that is tea karma. Now either you continue having that tea karma, or a few days you say, no, I'm going to detoxify my system. I'm not going to get into the habit. I'm going to put a stop. So you take a decision not to be swayed away by that. Then you are getting over the coffee karma. Then whether you have coffee or not, it doesn't matter to you. It is not going to adversely affect you. Then you are free from that karma. But having something or not having, all habits, all addictions are nothing but karma. Induced karma. We have imposed those things, induced. When you are getting out of those habits means you have erased those karmas from your consciousness. Similarly, impressions in the day-to-day activity. We are engaged in so many activities in day-to-day life that all those impressions in the mind, we carry on with them, with us. And when you meditate, what is happening? You are releasing all those impressions. You are getting rid of all those impressions. Mind becomes hollow and empty. Clear, hollow. Then you are in touch with your intuition. You are in touch with a clear intuition, more and more with your intuition. So there are 3 types of karma. Prarabdha karma means some certain karma which we have to experience, which has already started yielding fruits in them. Sanchita karma, those impressions which we have stored but which has, which has come from the past. And then agami karma, those which would in the future give its impact, effect. So the sanchita, accumulated karma of the past can be gotten rid of. Agami karma, the karma which has not yet given the fruit, which might happen in the future, we can get rid of. But prarabdha, which is already here, existing, which has started yielding fruit, there is no escape. You have to experience them. Everybody has to experience the prarabdha. But which is what is very difficult to say. So in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, Gahana karmano gati. Means it's unfathomable are the ways of karma. You can never pinpoint any one karma. This is what this is. Gahana karmano gati. Which would sprout when you don't know. See, in a field, you have thrown the seeds of groundnuts, sunflower, mango. They all will sprout at different times. Though you might have thrown all that at once, the mango will take several years to sprout, several years to yield fruit. Groundnuts will give you in a couple of months. Sunflower, few more months, few more weeks. So different seeds sprouts at different time. Similarly, different karma will start acting or functioning at different time in life. That's why it's a gahana karmano gati. You never know. It's unfathomable. And the final word of Lord Krishna is, don't worry about it. Don't worry. Just do what you have to do your duty. Act and don't worry about the result of the fruit of the action. Just relax. That advice is very, very good. This is even the most learned are confused when it comes to karma, because gahana karmano gati, unfathomable are the ways of the karma. And there are various levels of karma. Individual karma, there is a family karma, there's a very family DNA. DNAs are all nothing but karma. Impressions, particular DNA. Our genes are part of karma. In genes there's sanchita. But by practice of meditation and pranayama, certain genes which would produce diseases can be suppressed. There is a scientific research to this effect in Oslo. Dr. Fari is doing research and others, he and his other team. They have said that there are 300 chromosomes in our system which causes cancer and heart problem and blood pressure. And these get suppressed when one starts doing pranayama and sudarshan kriya and meditation. They get suppressed. But already, if they're already active, then one has to experience. And there could be sometimes pranayama, all this can reverse all those effect also, because it suppresses the genes. So unfathomable are the ways of karma. And there is family karma, genes, and then there is collective karma of a city or a village or a town. And nations do have karma. It is very interesting. From a bigger perspective, it's so amazing to look at the play and display of karma. And karma is the best way to understand the phenomena which you can never understand otherwise. You wonder why there was a tsunami and selected people from all over. They were all caught up right on that day only there and got affected. And why, in spite of a big plane crash, one man walks out without getting hurt. There were so many in the plane, everybody expired, but one gentleman walks out of the plane. How do you explain this? That is karma. That man is supposed to be in a plane in an accident. But he also had a long life. He had many other actions to do. Other mission he has to accomplish in his life. These impressions pull him out of the wreckage of a plane as well. So, unfathomable are the ways of karma. Gahana karmano gati.